Overnight, Ukraine was rocked by one of the largest Russian aerial assaults in months. Entire regions were hit, buildings destroyed, and civilians killed. What happened, and how is the world responding? At least 3 people have been killed and more than 30 injured after what Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky described as a massive Russian attack. Missiles and drones rained down on multiple regions, including Kyiv, Odessa, Dnipro, and Kharkiv. Ukraine's Air Force reported that Moscow launched over 600 missiles and drones in the overnight assault. According to President Zelensky, this was not a random act of war, but a deliberate strategy to intimidate civilians and destroy our infrastructure. Among the most shocking incidents was in the city of Dnipro, where a residential high-rise was directly struck. The missile reportedly carried cluster munitions, leaving parts of the building destroyed and residents scrambling for safety. Verified footage shows the impact, one of the clearest signs yet of how civilian areas remain on the front line of this conflict. Meanwhile, Russia's defense ministry claimed its strikes were precision attacks aimed at military-industrial facilities. But Ukrainian officials insist civilian sites bore the brunt of the damage. The violence wasn't one-sided. Ukraine says its drones targeted 2 Russian oil refineries overnight, one in the Samara region, another in Saratov. Russia confirmed casualties in Samara, where 4 people were reportedly killed. These cross-border strikes are becoming increasingly common as Kyiv targets facilities that fuel Moscow's war machine. This cycle of attack and counterattack highlights how the war is spreading beyond the battlefield. While Russia focuses on crippling Ukraine's energy grid and infrastructure, Ukraine is striking deep into Russia's industrial heartland. Both strategies aim to weaken the other side's ability to sustain the war, but both also risk drawing civilians further into the line of fire. The strikes also come at a politically sensitive time. President Zelensky has been calling for more international support, and the scale of this assault could strengthen his case. Western allies, particularly in Europe, are facing renewed pressure to send additional air defense systems to Ukraine. The U.S. has already pledged continued support, and Zelensky is expected to press the issue further during his meeting with President Donald Trump at the United Nations General Assembly in New York next week. If you're new here, welcome to the Political Globe. We break down the biggest global political events so you can stay informed without the noise. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the stories that shape our world. Meanwhile, NATO members are watching these developments with growing alarm. Estonia recently accused Russian jets of violating its airspace, while Poland and Romania also reported drone incursions earlier this month. Though Moscow denies it, the incidents raise fears that a single miscalculation could spark a direct confrontation between Russia and NATO, a scenario the alliance has tried to avoid since the start of the conflict. With Russia escalating its aerial bombardments and Ukraine intensifying its drone strikes across the border, the war shows no sign of slowing. Each attack draws both sides deeper into a dangerous cycle, one with global implications, from energy markets to NATO security. Do you think these escalating strikes bring Ukraine and Russia closer to peace talks, or push them further away? Share your thoughts below. And if you found this breakdown useful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our updates.